Tuesday night section here in Mary Mars Gymnasium as we welcome you into the campus of Lincoln Memorial University for some Carson-Newman Eagles volleyball against the Lincoln Memorial University Rail Splitters. Randa DeCrow checking in with you from Harrogate. It's going to be an exciting one. Carson-Newman looking to get back in the win column following their loss to Anderson just last week, and LMU been on a bit of the struggle bus. Lost their last 3 games. We're on a 5-game road trip, but looking to return their home gymnasium where they've been oh so strong. This LMU team has not lost at home since October 5th of 2024. Have won 9 straight at home, including one against Carson-Newman last season, where they took the match in 4 sets. It was kind of the beginning of the Eagles' struggles throughout the season, but looking to turn the tides is Carson-Newman. At 12-3 in the second, 12-3 overall, and 3-3 in sack play. The Eagles have been really, really good this year. One of their best seasons of the year. One of their best seasons all time. A really great start for this Eagles volleyball team. As we get your starters out on the floor, it's going to be Sarah Robbins, Lauren Pickett, the setter, Lainey Inman, Jasmine Starks, as well as Megan Meyer, Finley Sparks, and Riley Lockhart for the Rail Splitters. As Pickett gets us underway, and Dizikowski slams one down, but it's dug out by Lockhart, and LMU will log that first kill. Very loud Mary Mars Gymnasium as Pickett gets her second off the arm, and it's off the top of the tape on the far side of the floor. Finley Sparks that first kill, her first career start here at Mary Mars Gymnasium. Has stepped in lieu of a couple injuries on this Rail Splitters team, as Ehlers will be the first one to serve a diving reception in that back row from Sparks, and the Eagles will get a chance fully in system. It's Dizikowski who hammers one down, but Meyer digs it out. Here comes Sparks again, and it's off the hands of Hurst and Cherry into the pin. So it'll be 2-1 Lincoln Memorial with the lead right now. Student section decked out in camo is making this gym incredibly loud here. Serve off from Sparks as Cherry is set to the far side for Dizikowski off the hands of Robbins and Inman. Dizikowski, her first kill. She'll check off the floor for Claire Bolton, and it's 2-2 here in Harrogate. Claire Bolton checking in to serve for Dizikowski. Floats one back row to Lockhart, who has the clean reception. And Meyer comes down on one, but it's dug out by Hafey. Here's Hurst, full press over. Lockhart digs it out, though. Meyer in out of system swing, and now here comes Osmus. Dug out back row by Sparks, but the Rail Splitters are in the net. So make it 3-2, the Eagles' first lead of the contest. Bolton has been so good from this service line, so consistent. One ace to go along with one error as she floats it back row for Sparks. Pickett sets up Meyer on the near side, and Cherry and Hurst are there for the block, but it ricochets the wrong direction, makes it 3-3. Sends the freshman Sarah Robbins to the line. Spins one to Ehlers back row. Cherry a back set for Hurst on the near side. Pickett down the middle for Starks. And she's turned away, but a net violation by the Eagles makes it 4-3, Splitters with the lead. So here's Robbins again, the freshman from Burnt Hills. Cherry to the far side for Osmus, who floats one over, but Pickett is there for the cover. Here's Meyer. Off her right foot, and Cherry a back set for Hurst down the middle, but Ehlers has it. Hurst shoves it over again. And Inman will just slap it over as Cherry is set to the far side for Osmus. Cross court, gets it down. Makes it 4-4. Tie ball game here early in set 1. So Trinity Hafey, the junior libero, will go to the line as the LMU crowd has the chop going, and Osmus shoves it down off the too hard reception from Sparks in the back row. Just couldn't cushion that one enough off her arms to keep it on the splitter side of the floor. So here's Hafey again. And an error there. She's been so good from the line. Just her 6th error this season to go off of 14 aces. Coach Collins saying her goal with this team is to have 2 service aces for every error. Hafey right now the only one on the team who's accomplishing that. So here's Raleigh, who just checked in to serve as Osmus tries a roll from the far side and it lands. 6-5 in the craftiness of Osmus as she's already got her 3rd kill. Cherry to serve. It's received cleanly by Sparks back row. And here's Meyer going against the block of Osmus and Cardello. But it's out of play. So 6-6. Eagles really good when they win this first set, but not so great when they fall in this first set. Is Meyer a tricky one to read, fools Bolton, and a service ace there as the bench loves it. Makes it 7-6 here as Lincoln Memorial pulls out by 1. Eagles 10-0 after winning the first set this season as a service violation. The Eagles are out of rotation. Makes it 8-6, the largest lead for the Rail Splitters here this evening. Rail Splitters playing without their starting libero and Lauren Jacob. As Cherry a back set to Osmus, who gets it off the side of her palm. Might have been a little bit of a mistouch, but makes it happen. 8-7. And the Eagles just down by 1 as Dizikowski comes back out there for Claire Bolton. Sends Emerson Osmus to the line. The best hitter in this SAC conference. Raleigh across court set for Sparks off the hands of Cardello. She tools the block well and makes it 9-7. An absolute amphitheater of a gymnasium here on the campus of LMU. Another service ace there by Riley Lockhart, the freshman. Coming in to serve, she stepped into starting libero duties here tonight in the absence of Jacob, who's 2nd in the SAC, 26th in the nation in digs per set. Gets the ace there, knuckling one towards Dizikowski as Cardello is blocked by Robbins. The freshman bests the sophomore. Makes it 11-7. LMU pulling out to a 4-point lead here. Another knuckling one towards Dizikowski, but it's clean. And here's Ehlers from the near side. Goes between everybody. Pinballs around a couple Rail Splitters and gets it to land. Make it 11-8. And Ehlers has her first. 6th on this team in kills per set. She's had 35 this season. Make it 36 with that one. Madison Wallman checks in for Cardello to serve. Floats one back row for Meyer as Raleigh to the near side for Sparks, and that's off the arms of Cherry all the way towards the back wall. 12-8. And subs come on to the floor as Close checks off Inman will come back in as well as Robbins. Crowd chanting for their starting center in Lauren Pickett from Milford, Ohio. Hafey has the clean reception. No communication on the Eagles side of the floor as the ball lands empty hardwood. And Coach Collins will use a timeout here as LMU's up by 13-8. Volume in this gymnasium is absolutely deafening. The crowd has shown up and shown out in this dome-shaped gym with the sort of crosshatch roof. White roof as well, kind of looks similar to an igloo. Me and Coach Collins talking about it before the game, but nonetheless, it is an absolute loud gymnasium to play in. Blasting music, blasting crowd. And the Eagles will take a timeout to try and get back on top. Have just lost one game in a row, that last one to Anderson. A 2-game road trip for the Eagles here, trying to take the split. So hard to play on the road in this SAC conference, as the Lady Rail Splitters found out just these last 2 weeks. 5 games they've been on the road. This is their first home game in some weeks, and 1-4 on that road trip. Really struggled, even dropped a SAC match to Catawba, who picked up their first SAC win over LMU. Not one they certainly wanted to drop. And Pickett will return to the line here. 13-8 here in set number 1 as she knuckles one towards Hafey. Clean reception as Ehlers has to jump off her left foot to get to that one on the near side. Here's Inman into the hands of Hurst, and Dizikowski gets it as it rolls off the net as Hurst keeps it alive. Cherry geeks it up and sends it over as Ehlers jousts with Sparks at the net. Here comes Robbins. Ehlers gets a fist on it. Dizikowski, a roll shot on the far side, and it lands. The whole crowd thought that Robbins had turned Hurst away, but Cherry pokes it over from her knees, makes it 13-9. Ehlers with the serve. It's received clearly by Lockhart. Sparks across court shot. Now here's Dizikowski from the far side, up the line. The cutter lands. Makes it 13-10. Eagles' second game in October here as Ehlers steps up again. One rotation on that ball goes to Lockhart as Sparks unloads on one. She doesn't land as Osmus digs it out. Cherry went for the dump. Hurst was there. Cherry trying to slap it back, her signature move. But it rolls on the Eagles' side of the floor, makes it 14-10, and here comes Sparks. Ehlers manages. Now here's Hurst on the near side. Really smart play, pokes it to the right side of the blocker's hands and makes him hit the pin. 14-11, a good read there by Hurst. She had about 3 seconds of hang time to decide on that one, by the way. Gets so high in the air with her jumping. Bolton has came back in to serve. Sends that one cutting at Sparks as Osmus shoves it over with 2 hands. And the Rail Splitters can't rally. Makes it 14-12. So here's Bolton lining up again. Good serve into the back row as Meyer will go into the hands of the block. Cherry has to slap it with one hand, and Ehlers sends the free ball. Pickett, a back set for Inman, and Carson-Newman's in the net. Emerson Osmus up for the block. Gets called for that one, makes it 15-12. Robbins sends one spinning at Bolton. She controls. Here's Hurst on the near side. Soft touch over. Crafty shot, high IQ, and Maddie Hurst has it down. Make it 15-13. Hurst with her second kill. Led this Eagles team last week against Anderson with 7. As Hafey sends one over. Pickett for Starks, and the Eagles are in the net. It was a close one as both Pickett and Osmus were trying to keep that ball on their side of the floor, but Pickett will win the battle. Makes it 16-13 as the line judges call that one there. So here's Raleigh. Carly Raleigh, the sister of Cal Raleigh, if you can believe it. As Cherry sets up Osmus on the far side, she goes up the line. It's dug out by Raleigh. And Meyer slaps one, a roll shot with too much on it to make it 16-14. Eagles trail by 2. Cherry with a diving one at Lockhart as Meyer slaps one cross court with the right hand. Here comes Ehlers, though, from the back row. It's dug out by Sparks. Meyer off the hands of the block, and Bolton keeps it alive. Osmus will send the free ball. Raleigh a one ball for Starks. She misses her mark, and it's an Eagles point. Make it 16-15. Carson-Newman on the winning side of some of these big-time rallies. So Cherry will step up to the line yet again. No spin, a dead ball to the back row as Meyer off the pin gives Carson-Newman a 16-16 tie. And now Coach John Cash will use a timeout just in his second season with these rail splitters on the women's side, but on the men's side was the coach of the men's program from 2017 to 2013. Went 143 with 5 consecutive IVA tournament champions. Has also earned the IVA Coach of the Year honors 3 times in his career, so certainly plenty of experience over there on that bench. Coach Collins even mentioning to me last game that, you know, this LMU team is incredibly well coached, and that they would come into this one swinging. Now, a huge missing piece for them right now. Lauren Jacobs, second in the SAC, 26th in the NCAA in digs per set. She's averaging about 5%. Just last week, 39 digs against Catawba in their last match. A career high for her, but she's absent from the floor tonight, dressed in the white long sleeve on the bench. So not going to be out there for these rail splitters. A big loss in that back row for this defense. Cherry out of the timeout, sends one diving at Lockhart, and here's Meyer from the near side. Hafey has it as Osmus is super tight to the net. Another net violation on Emerson Osmus. Makes it 17-16, so successful ice of Blair Cherry there. So here's Meyer, the junior. Starks presses it back over off the hard reception. Ehlers tips it. And the rail splitters will go for Plozet. Hafey dishes to Osmus off the block, and it's dug out by Meyer. Here comes Sparks this time. Cherry cross court for Ehlers, who's waiting on the far side. Raleigh for Sparks. Both of these teams dueling back and forth as Cherry sends the setters down. Raleigh for Plozet, far side now. Cherry to the far side for Ehlers, who slaps it down. 17-17, Ehlers silences the crowd. Dizikowski back onto the floor for Bolton as Osmus to the line. Osmus rolls one at Sparks. Raleigh right back to Sparks on the near side. Cherry gets one forearm on it as Dizikowski from all the way across court slaps one into the block. Here's Sparks this time. Doesn't land. Ehlers trying to respond. She does. (18-17) and Carson-Newman battling, crawling tooth and nail back into this set. Osmus another one at Sparks. Raleigh tight to the net and Starks puts it away. 18-18 and Jasmine Starks in her first set. Stark has 3 kills. So here's Lockhart. Carry to the far side for Dizikowski, who sends the roll. Raleigh sets up Meyer from the back row as Hafey puts it off the top of the roof. And it ricochets to the rail splitter side of the floor. Judges will call it LMU point, so it's 19-18. This roof not super high here at Mary Mars Gymnasium as Lockhart sends a floater. And Ehlers goes cross court. That ball will land in the crowd. Ties us at 19 as Wallman will come onto the floor for Cardello. She'll be in to serve. Tied at 19. These Eagles have done a good job keeping these first sets close as she sends a spinny one at Lockhart. And here's Sparks from the near side. Nobody can get an arm on it. That was blazing through the crowd. 20-19, and Cardello will come right back on for Wallman. Pick it back up to the service line, so that means the crowd will continue their Ohio chants. 20-19, LMU leads here in set 1. Pickett spins one at Hafey, a clean reception as Cherry a back set for Ehlers. Roll shot to Meyer in the back row. Pickett a one ball for Robbins, who has to press it over a little off balance. Hafey sets up Dizikowski, tools the block, it's good. 20-20. Ehlers floats one a little bit long. Cherry sets up hers from the near side. 21-20, LMU with the lead. Here's Inman from the far side. It's slowed up by the block. Cherry will dig it out off the cover. Dizikowski, a tough angle, tight to the net, and Lockhart diving to her knees. Hurst with her left hand. Here comes Meyer, it's dug out by Osmus. She lays out for that one. Dizikowski tight to the net. And finally the violation by the Eagles. So here's Claire Bolton. Sends one way long, just her second service error of the year. 36 attempts coming into this one for the sophomore. Makes it 22-21, an untimely error. Now the pressure's on Sarah Robbins, the freshman. Right into the netting as they exchange errors. You could just kind of tell she was uncomfortable over that one. Robbins, her 17th error of the season from the service line. And that'll send Hafey, one of the best servers on this Eagles squad. Knuckles one into the back row. It falls between Lockhart and Sparks, and that's in play. So a service ace for Trinity Hafey as she continues her 3-game streak now of service aces. Back row, Sparks a clean reception this time. It's Inman, hard cross court into that back front corner. Makes it 23-23. A tough gymnasium to play in. So loud, the fans show out. Raleigh gets the serve away. Here's Osmus. No crumbs on that one. 24-23, and Osmus, you can see the smile on her face after that one. A sigh of relief from the sophomore. Lincoln Memorial will take a timeout after that one. Try and regroup. The defense for LMU, so far so good here tonight. 20 digs here in this first set. But a team that averages 16 digs this set. They're 8th in the conference in that mark, and obviously led by Lauren Jacob, who we've mentioned she's missing off the floor tonight. Definitely a huge takeaway for LMU, especially considering this team is bottom of the conference in opponent hitting percentage, allowing opponents to hit above 200. They're the only team in the SAC that does that. Right now allowing Carson-Newman to hit 357 in this first set. Eagles doing a great job on the digging front as well. 21, led by Emerson Osmus with 7 as Blair Cherry. Knuckles one to Lockhart. She has it clean, and here's Meyer from the near side as Hafey digs that one out. Ehler slaps one up the line. It doesn't land. Lockhart is there. It's Sparks from the back row as Cherry a one ball for Cardello. Lockhart keeps it up with an elbow, but 4 touches from LMU gives Carson-Newman the set 1 win off the Cardello kill. And a big one there, considering Carson-Newman is 10-0 when they win that first set. And we'll join you for all the action from set number 2, a close one in set 1. See if they can keep it close in set 2. Stay with us here on the Eagle Sports Network. Back here on the campus of LMU at Mary Mars Gymnasium, Rihanna DeCrow, as we get our first serve ever underway from set 2, a set victory for the Eagles, 25-23, as Trinity Hafey gets that serve underway. And the Rail Splitters will put it away for the first point of the set. They struck first in set number 1. They strike first here in set 2. It's Finley Sparks, the one who put the first away in set 1 as well. Pickett knuckles one at Osmus. Clean reception. Cherry a back set for Ehlers, who's waiting on the far side, and Robbins rejects her. The 6'2 freshman stepping up big time. This team's leader in blocks with 44. Gets a big one there on this Eagles squad. 2-0 with Pickett at the line. Osmus has to lay out for that one as Dizikowski from the near side goes off the hands of Inman into the pin. Two to one as Ehlers will step up to the line. Overhead reception by Sparks as she hammers that one in the hands of Hurst and Cherry. So here's Sparks to serve, and an error into the top of the tape makes it 3-2. So here's Claire Bolton to serve as she lines up along the near side. Bounces this one 3 times, spins it in her hand, and floats it right to Sparks' back row. Here's Meyer into the block, gets slowed up, jousted at the net is Meyer and Cherry, and the Eagles will come away with it. A lift from the Rail Splitters. Bolton, another knuckling one right at Lockhart. And the Rail Splitters will send the free ball. Cherry to the near side for Osmus. A misread, and that one rolls off the top of the netting. Makes it 4-3. Miscue of a set there from Cherry to Osmus. Served by Robbins as Osmus comes down on one from the near side, but the Rail Splitters rally. They send the free ball. Cherry a back set to Hurst, who pokes it over with 5 fingers. Nobody home for the cover, and it's 4-4. Eagles have brought it back to a tie score. Here's Inman from the near side, turned away by Cardello and Osmus. A big-time block there by the sophomore. The block's been quiet on both sides of the floor here tonight. Comes up huge there. Just the first block for Carson-Newman, one of the best blocking teams in the conference. Pickett has to poke one away from the waiting hands of Osmus. She goes backwards towards the scorer's table, and Inman can't send the free ball over. Makes it 6-4. Eagles lead by 2. Meyer goes right up the line. It bounces off the ceiling, and Bolton's able to corral. Wallman will send the free ball. Pickett cross court for Meyer up the line again, and she lands this time, won't be rejected again. Six to 5 as Carson-Newman leads by 1 here in set 2. They won that first set 25-22. And Carly Raleigh, the redshirt sophomore setter, the transfer from Mercer, floats one long on the back line, makes it 7-5. Both teams hitting incredibly positive. Eagles at a 320 clip right now on their side of the floor. Rail Splitters 255. Here's Cherry to serve. Knuckles one at Sparks. She receives cleanly. And here's Meyer as Bolton has to run all the way towards the crowd to get that one. And Cherry sends the free ball. Raleigh, a line drive set to Starks, who can't push it over. Plose with the free set. Now here's Osmus off the tip. A miscue, just a little too soft. Was trying to be gentle with the off speed there. Doesn't get it to land. In fact, it lands a little bit too tightly to the net. Makes it 7-6, and you can tell she's frustrated with that one. Meyer on the serve is Cherry a back set to Osmus, who hammers one into the block. Comes right back to the Eagles. Cherry a one ball for Cardello, who just pokes it over. Raleigh a back set for Plose, who's turned away by Cardello and Ehlers. This time to the far side for Sparks. And it's turned away again, but out of play this time. The Rail Splitters have brought it back to a 7-7 score. Meyer, another dead ball. As Cherry a one ball for Osmus. No doubt about that one. It was 8. Makes it 8-7. Here's Osmus from the line now. Raleigh a cross-court set for Sparks, and it's dug out by Hafey, a full layout. Osmus from the back row. Lockhart has it clean. Here's Sparks turned away now. Ehlers and Cardello decline the Rail Splitters call. Makes it 9-7. Osmus to serve, rolls that one over the top of the tape, and Sparks a diving save. Plose sends the roll shot. Now here's Ehlers far side. Big wind-up, big swing. Lockhart gets a hand on it. And Raleigh for the free ball. Dizikowski down and good. 10-7 off that Dizikowski slam. Annie Dizikowski, 16th in the sack and kills per set. She gets her 6th there. Sparks running in to send the free ball. Osmus on the far side. Is turned away by that Lincoln Memorial block. Makes it 8-10. And here comes Lockhart. Drives one to the top of the tape, but Osmus has it clean, and Hafey will just send the floating free ball. Raleigh. A high set as Hafey lays out for that one from the Sparks slam. She can't get there in time. Makes it 10-9. Sparks the kill leader on the floor here for Lincoln Memorial. She's got 9. Dizikowski, full wind up for that one. She does not land. Ehlers a full wind up this time. She's turned away. Robbins and Plose say no thank you, make it 10-10. And Robbins has her 3rd block of the evening. 13th in the sack in total blocks. Lockhart to serve out a play makes it 11-10 in favor of the Eagles, and Trinity Hafey returns to the line. The lone Eagle with the service ace here in this contest. Knuckles one towards Meyer, and here comes Plose up the line. It's off the hands of Dizikowski and out. Racks us up at 11. So here's Pickett. Pickett dives one at Osmus. Dizikowski soft touch over. Two hands from Inman. And Sparks will run in to send the free. Ehlers the roll shot. Nobody home on the cover for the Rail Splitters. Makes it 12-11. Here's Ehlers on the serve is Pickett. A 4-ball for Sparks on the far side. Up the line and good. 12-12. Sparks a line drive serve. Here's Dizikowski near side, a roll shot towards the back line. It lands on the right elbow of the basketball court here at Mary Mars Gym and gives Lincoln Memorial their first lead in quite some time. A 13-12 score here. Sparks again. Hayfie right to Robbins' hands. She shoves it down. Makes it 14-12. Robbins with her first kill. Her 89th of the season. Sparks again. Hayfie lunges for that one. Dizikowski off the hands of Inman and Robbins makes it 14-13. High tempo swing there from Annie Dizikowski. Gives her her 7th kill. So here's Bolton as she rolls one right to the back line, very close. But the line judges will call it out, and a couple subs coming on to the floor. Robbins will come out for Koyich. And Starks will come in, for Lockhart. Koyich, her first time. Cheria back set for Hurst, who hammers it home. A cross-court shot is good. 15-14. Carson-Newman trails by 1 here in Harrogate. Wallman to serve is Pickett. Sets up Meyer on the far side, and Ehlers is there on the cover. The block's loaded up. Osmus bruises one down, but it's dug out. Here comes Inman now. Meyer presses it over with a full hand. And Ehlers and Bolton can't decide who's going to get that one. Stoppage in play here is Meyer with a little cramp there, but she's all good. Makes it 16-14. Rail Splitters up. Rail Splitters up by 2. Coach Cash almost clotheslined Carly Raleigh there, who was running into sub. Raleigh, I'm sure, not just thinking about this game, but thinking about Big Brother's game going on right now in the playoffs. The Mariners, a big-time matchup. Cherry to Osmus, who floats it over an underhand as she kind of puts that ball on a pedestal with 5 fingers. Just a gentle touch over, and it's 16-15. Eagles trail by 1. Osmus with 8. Cherry dives one as Raleigh and Cardello joust for one at the net, but Cardello's in the net. Was up to just try and slap that one back over. Doesn't like the call. It's 17-15. Ehlers clean reception. Cherry has to run 5 steps as Ehlers cuts one to the cross court. And LMU can't corral. 17-16, Eagles trail by 1. Osmus an off-cue serve. It's 18-16 now. A service error that kills momentum as Lockhart will step up. Lockhart rolls one off the tape. Eagles are frustrated with it. It's 19-16, and Lockhart has her second ace here tonight, her 3rd of the season. 35 digs for Lockhart in her last 3 games. Just one against Catawba as Cardello presses one over Raleigh. A full layout to get to that one. Sparks gets down on one and pushes it home off the arms of Dizikowski, who can't keep it up in the air. It's 20-16, and Coach Collins will use a timeout. And we'll take a quick break here on the Eagles Sports Network. Lockhart gets the first serve underway as Ehlers slaps it with her left hand. A successful timeout there for Coach Collins makes it 20-17. As she gets Ehlers going, coming off one of her better games of the season, she's got 7 kills here this evening. Hafey a knuckling one at Meyer as Raleigh a back set. For Plose, up the line, Hafey gets it in the air, Osmus gets an arm on it, and Hafey can send the free ball. Two-handed reception from Plose, and here comes Sparks off balance, fully extended backwards to try and get that one over, makes it 20-18. So Hafey will line up from the near side. Up the right lane of the basketball court is Robbins off the one ball from Raleigh. It was a little off cue, poor timing, but she manages just to get her paw on it. Makes it 21-18. Pickett launches one long of the back line. And it's 21-19 off another error from the service line. Ehlers a standstill serve. Here comes Sparks into the block, and Hurst will just poke it over off her own touch. Makes it 21-20. A tricky one as nobody was on the near side of the floor. And now Coach Cash will take a timeout. And we'll take another quick break here on the Eagles Sports Network. Stay with us. Ehlers back to serve here out of the John Cash timeout. Pickett to the far side for Sparks. She's turned away. She'll try a second time. This one off the block and down. 22-20. And Sparks having a great night here this evening. 13 kills. Make it 12, rather, for the freshman. As she floats a serve all the way to the baseline of the basketball court. Makes it 21-22. Eagles trail by one here in this second set. And I'll send Annie Dzikowski to the line. 7th in the sack and service aces, but Lockhart clean this time. Robbins on the slide, turned away. Emerson Osmus dismisses that one. Ties us at 22. Dzikowski her second. Meyer clean. Pickett a back set for Inman, who presses it way too far to the near side. Makes it 23-22. Inman, one of the most accurate hitters on this Real Splitters team, hitting 248 on the season. 229, excuse me. She leads this team in percent and is 22nd in the sack in that category, so a rare miss there from the freshman. So Coach Cash will take another timeout in his second season with the Real Splitters, trying to get them to beat Coach Collins. These teams have seen each other, these coaches have seen each other one time, head to head. Coach Collins fallen on the losing side last season. The first time in 10 meetings that LMU has beat these Eagles. And they do it last year in their own gym. But the Eagles looking for revenge this season. And LMU tries to keep their home win streak alive. No losses at home for LMU in 2025. They're 3-0. And have won 9 straight dating back to October 5th of 2024 here at home. It's 23-22 here in favor of the Eagles in this second set. And Carson-Newman Having won set 1, they hold the advantage. Dzikowski lines up for her third. Right to Meyer. Pickett, a high set for Meyer on the far side. Dzikowski can't grab it off her arms, and it ties us at 23. Koyich will come onto the floor to serve for Sarah Robbins. Tied at 23 here in set 2 as Koyich lines up. Bolton, a wonky reception, but Cherry pokes it up. Hurst is able to send it over off the roll shot, and a miscommunication on the splitter side of the floor. Ball was popped in the air from Koyich. All 6 rail splitters looking at that one. Puts the Eagles within 1, 24-23. Wallman floats one to Sparks, and here comes Inman from the near side. It's dug out by Bolton. Osmus hammers one down. She buries it. A 25-23 set victory for the Carson-Newman Eagles. Gives them the 2-set advantage here as we head into the third set, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network for all the rest of the action. Stay with us. Back here at Mary Mars Gymnasium, Rihanna DeCrow checking in with you. First set, too, as the Carson-Newman Eagles are up 2-0 over the Rail Splitters at the moment. Here in Harrogate, trying to redeem themselves from last year's loss here at Mary Mars Gym. Have done so far, 2 really tight sets, 25-23 the score in each of them. These Rail Splitters and Eagles fighting tooth and nail as Osmus, an overkill reception, puts it right in the hands of Sarah Robbins, who's able to put that one away, makes it 1-0. Here in set number 3. Robbins, the freshman, just her second kill as Pickett gets a serve underway and a net violation from Blair Cherry. She was trying to poke that one over off a challenging reception again from Osmus. Trying to absorb it into her arms a little bit more. Pickett's been good from the service line. One ace here tonight is Osmus. Another one tight to the net, but Cherry handles, and Dizikowski cashes in. Makes it 2-1. Dizikowski with 8 kills. That gives Blair Cherry her 27th assist as Ehlers, a short one to the near side of the floor, and Robbins on the slide. Hafey is there. Here's Hurst from down center and off balance. Pushes it too long. It rolls back of the line, and it's 3-1. Rail Splitters with the 2-point lead right now. So Sparks, the kill leader on the floor right now for the Rail Splitters, will step up. Cherry cross court for Dizikowski, who sends the roll. It's right in the breadbasket of Meyer. Here comes Robbins, though. She launches it long. Trying to cut it into the far side of the court, makes it 3-2. Addie Dizikowski comes up to serve this time. Spins this one in her hand, and with her right, attacks. It's off the top of the tape. Meyer down to Anita, receive it. She slaps it one now and launches it. Too long, it's 3-3. So Dizikowski lining up on the near side. Down the lane again as she slaps this one into the hands of Meyer. Inman from the back row. It's dug out by Ehlers. Osmus off her left foot. She was a little off balance, but makes it happen. And Inman goes into the block again, but it's down. 4-3 as the Rail Splitters take the lead again. And Bolton will check in for Dizikowski. Block hasn't been there tonight for Carson-Newman. Just 3 after a block party at Anderson. As Cherry a back set for Hurst, who just pushes it over with 5 fingers. Here comes Meyer. Full windup. She's turned away. Pickett a back set for Sparks from the back row, and she's got her 13th. Finley Sparks, the freshman and MVP in high school, was first team in her conference. 60% of her attacks have come in these last 3 games. She's had to step into a big role with Lauren Johnson missing. As Osmus pokes it over with one hand, gets it to fall. Makes it 5-4. Eagles trail by 1. Hurst comes off the floor. Hafey into serve. Hafey, the lone Eagle, with a service ace here tonight. Serves with her right hand, right to Sparks. Good pass over to Pickett, and now here's Meyer. Leaning back into this one. Cherry, a 1 ball for Cardello, who puts it away. 5-5, and little quick action there from the Eagles makes it happen. Hafey from the far side here. Right hand, right to Meyer again. Pickett a back set this time for Inman, cross court, and bags it. 6-5. as Inman has 4 kills here. Fourth on this team in kills per set. She averages about 2. Gets one there to make it 6-5 and send Raleigh to the line. Raleigh spins one to the left side of Ehlers as Cherry sets up Osmus. A roll shot falls a centimeter in on the back line, and it's 6-6. Sharp shooting from the sophomore. Osmus, 10 out of 15 games, she's been hitting above 250 and hitting 330 here tonight. Raleigh cross court to the near side for Meyer up the line, and it lands back corner, picks her spot. It's good. Make it 7-6. Rail Splitters still with the lead. So here comes Meyer. 4 games played this season with 10 or more kills. She's got 8 here tonight as Cherry sets up Cardello on the 1 ball. Rail Splitters trying to corral it. They won't do it. 7-7. As Lockhart got a fist on that one but couldn't pop it in the air high enough. It was probably floating about 3 or 4 feet off the ground before it bounced into the bleachers. So Osmus lines up with a tie score. Rolls one right at Lockhart. Raleigh to the near side for Sparks up the line, and Cherry digs it out. Starks there to slap it into Cardello's face, but here comes Osmus. Cuts one back row. Now here's Sparks again. Is Hayfie a full layup for that one? Dizikowski cross court. Raleigh for Sparks again, and Osmus has it up in the air, but a net violation from the Eagles makes it 8-7. A good rally brewing between these two teams. Man, a ton of net violations here this evening. Lockhart floats one at Dizikowski. Cherry pokes it with one hand, and Cardello's able to slap it the other way. Meyer from the back row. It's handled easily by Osmus as Dizikowski tries to find the near side corner, and too much mustard on that shot, so makes it 9-7. Here's Lockhart. Clean again from Dizikowski. Cherry a back set for Ehlers with the roll shot, and Lockhart on her knees to dig it out. Sparks, two-handed reception from Dizikowski, and all Cherry can do is send the free ball. Robbins unloads on one into the face of Osmus. She was right there. 10-7. Rail Splitters lead by 3. One of their largest leads of the evening. Have led early in these sets, but have not been able to close the door on these Eagles. Ehlers down the middle, and she misses her mark on the far side. 11-7. As Ehlers with some heat on that one, but too far to the far side. Overhand reception from Dizikowski as she attacks up the line, demolishes one into the arms of Raleigh, and it's into the bleachers. A heavy swing from Annie Dizikowski. 6i will check in for Cardello to serve. Six-Eye has been so good from the service line this season. 2 games played straight with a service ace. As Raleigh a 1 ball for Robbins with too much sauce on it. Makes it 11-9. Eagles trail by 2. Just 2 games played where Six-Eye hasn't had an ace. Lockhart has it clean though back row as Sparks comes into the hands of Ehlers and Hurst, and Cherry's able to get a bicep on it, but it pops about up to her height at 5'10", and nobody home to grab it off her body. So Hayfie back in. Pickett back in to serve. She's been tricky from the line. 12-9, Splitters lead by 3. Back set at Cherry a back set for Ehlers. She's turned away. Robbins down the body of Hurst and Ehlers. And Sarah Robbins has 5. Osmus receives this time, and it's Dizikowski who's turned away by Robbins again, as Cherry will just send the free set. Pickens a back set for Inman. Cross-court shot, and Cherry's there for the dig. Now it's Ehlers on the roll up the line. Here comes Meyer from the back row. Cherry shanks it off her arms. It bounces off the basketball hoop, and Osmus keeps it alive for Cherry, who sends the free. Sparks into the block. Cherry gets an arm on it. 3 feet into the air, and Ehlers can't recover. It's 14-9. And a timeout needed for Coach Collins, as Lincoln Memorial starts to pull away from this Eagles team. LMU doing a really good job this season despite the loss of 2 of their best players. Mooring and Bogdaskanza, all sack missing pieces for this Rail Splitters team. Bogdanska really good on the block, was one of the top competitors in the sack, and Mooring led the sack in kills per set. Regardless, the Splitters team has found ways to fill holes. 8 freshmen on this team, and players like Caitlin Johnson, and here tonight especially Finley Sparks, has been exceptional. She's matched her collegiate career kill high at 16. Will she eclipse it here this evening? She's on the floor now in the gray jersey with the navy lettering. Arm sleeves on both arms. Navy faded into that light gray. Here comes Pickett. Osmus manages back row, and here's Dizikowski. Cuts one up the line, and Pickett has it into the air. Meyer, an off-kilter shot from the back row. Dizikowski clobbers one down, and here comes Meyer into the arms of Hurst. Rail Splitters just barely poke it over, and Hurst slaps it into the empty hardwood. 14-10, and the Eagles recover there. Maddie Hurst, her 6th kill here tonight. So Rachel Ehlers from the near side. Dead ball to the back row for Meyer, and here's Robbins on the slide. Never a doubt about that one. Right up the line in the pocket between Hafey and Osmus. Makes it 15-10, and Robbins has her 6th. Here's Sparks, the freshman that's led the attack. Hurst from the near side, sharp angle, and it's good. Maddie Hurst bags one there, makes it 15-11. Grabs her 7th kill of the night. Dizikowski back to the line. Dives one right at the feet of Lockhart. Nobody could read that serve, and a service ace for the sophomore. It's been a while since she's seen one, but give her her 20th ace of the year. 7th in this SAC conference in service aces a set, as she launches one past the back line there. Makes it 16-12. And the Rail Splitters lead by 4 here, as Dizikowski will check off for Bolton. Cherry jousting at the net with Starks, and she comes out on the winning side. Gets her first kill of the night, but already a double-double for the junior. 33 assists and 10 digs to go along with it. Her sixth double-double here in 2025. Hayfie launches one from the line into Lockhart. Meyer goes up the line. It's dug out by Ehlers, and here comes Osmus on the roll. Meyer off the hands of Cardello and Cherry as Osmus was moving back to get in defensive position. It ricochets to the unfortunate part of the court, makes it 17-13 here. That'll send Raleigh to the line. Mariners tied 0-0 with the Tigers in the top of the second, in case you were wondering, as Cardello launches one long. Eagles begging for a fingertip off the block of Plose, and it's 18-13. Coach Collins will take another timeout. Try and rally her team. We'll take a quick break here on the Eagles Sports Network. When we come back, all the action from set number 3. Out of the timeout here for Carson-Newman. It's 18-13 in favor of the Splitters here in this third set. Eagles up by 2 sets here at Mary Mars Gymnasium as we welcome you back into Harrogate, Rihanna to Crow. Here with you the whole way through is the sister of Kyle Raleigh. Carly Raleigh steps up to serve. She dives one at Bolton, who has it clean. Osmus on the soft touch over, but Raleigh's on her knees to dig it out. Starks is forced to send the free ball. And here comes Cherry back to Osmus. A full windup this time doesn't land. Here comes Meyer, turned away by Cardello and Cherry. And Meyer will shove it into the netting. Trying to recover off a wonky dig in the back row from Sparks. And it's 18-14. Cherry will go to the line. Cherry floats one to Meyer. Here she comes on the near side now, picks her spot in the back row and lands. 19-14. As Megan Meyer has double digits here tonight. Sends herself to the line as she cuts one at Ehlers. Osmus on the cut shot this time, two-handed reception from Raleigh, and Lockhart will send the free. Cherry to the far side for Ehlers, who buries one. 20-14. 19-15. Scoreboard fooled me. And here comes Osmus. 13th in the nation in kills per set. Raleigh a back set to Plose. It's covered by Osmus, and here comes Ehlers from the near side. Rolls one just too long of the back line. And it's 20-15 as the Rail Splitters win the race to 20 here in set 3. It'll be Lockhart here. Knuckles one to Hayfie. Cherry has to take a step and sets up Dizikowski, who goes up the line. It's good. 20-16. As Hayfie will come off the floor, Cardello as well, 6-eye back in to serve. Dizikowski in double digits here this evening as well. She's got 10 kills. Just her 6th double-digit kill game this season. Sparks off balance. It's dug out by 6i. Here comes Hurst down the middle. Spins one in the breadbasket of Sparks. Cherry to Dizikowski, far side, and just presses it outside the far line, 21-16. Both of these teams with great rallies on either side. 6i back off the floor. Hafey comes in for her. And Pickett on the floor for Raleigh. Both setters in double-digit assists. Pickett holds the edge with 18. As Cherry, a passing set for Dizikowski, who goes cross-court. Lockhart is there, though, and Robbins bruises one down into the empty hardwood. Makes it 22-16 as the Splitters within 3 of their first set victory here tonight. Pickett to Hafey this time. Here comes Ehlers from the near side. A roll shot is long. And it was outside the pin. So 23-16. And Pickett will go back to the line. Man, these Eagles have had a tough time with the junior setter at the line. Osmus line drives one into the netting. And Cherry can't recover on one knee. It's 24-16. Rail Splitters within 1. Pickett back to Osmus as that one falls on the Splitters side of the floor with no touch. And it's 25-16. The Rail Splitters' first set victory of this contest makes it 2-1, and we'll have all the action from set 4 when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network. Back underway here in set 3 is Hafey set to get the first serve out. It's Lockhart who drives one off her arms to the far side of the floor. And LMU can't recover, makes it 1-0. Carson-Newman's first set lead off the first point in this match. Knuckles one again at Lockhart as Raleigh goes cross court for Sparks. Up the line is dug out by Osmus as she lays out. Ehlers is turned away by Sparks and Robbins, and it falls out of play. Makes it 2-0. Sparks pushes one over. Hafey has to lay out for it. Dzikowski is way outside the pin. She tried to cut it back in towards the net, but it was a tight angle for the sophomore. Makes it 2-1. So Pickett set to serve again. She nails Osmus as Hurst leaves no doubt, makes it 3-1. Just beyond that 10-foot line, no stopping that one. Taylor's with the serve and Robbins on the slide play, cross court, it's beautiful. Makes it 3-2. As the Splitters have found some life here in this third set, turned around their luck, made it a 25-16 victory in set 3, but Carson-Newman still up 2-1 as Sparks gets the serve off, and Hurst will press it over with a full hand, and Maddie Hurst, 2 kills here in this fourth set to get the Eagles going. She's got 9 on the contest now. Dzikowski dives one towards Lockhart as Osmus bashes it over. Makes it 5-2. That'll send Dzikowski back to the line. Dzikowski with an ace here tonight. She's 7th in this SAC conference in service aces per set. Tough one. Tight to the net again. Pickett tries to get underneath it, but Osmus is on top of it. Makes it 6-2 and an early timeout here by John Cash. Trying to get their team to calm down here. Both of these teams looking to snap losing streaks, as LMU on a 3-game losing streak, 7-9 overall this year and 3-4 in this SAC conference. As for the Eagles, 12-3, a really great start to the season, including a full sweep of the USC Aiken tournament against regional opponents. But our 3-3 in this SAC conference look to get on the winning side of their SAC record. Lost to these Splitters last year in 4 sets. And Lincoln Memorial projected 5th in this preseason poll. Needs to get on their horse if they want a chance at living up to that preseason projection. 6-2 here as Dzikowski gets ready. Spins it 2 times in her hand and floats one to Lockhart, who lines one right at Pickett. Here comes Osmus on the near side, and Sparks can't get there on time. Makes it 7-2, and Osmus has her 14th kill. Her 11th game this season in double-digit kills. As here comes Dzikowski. Dzikowski right to Meyer, who goes into the block of Cherry and Hurst. Inman on the roll shot. Cherry's there for the cover. Here comes Osmus on the near side again. A roll shot up the line is just barely out of play. It jumped off the top of the tape of the netting. Makes it 7-3. Subs onto the floor as Lockhart will come out for Robbins. Bolton in for Dzikowski in the back row. Robbins right to Bolton. Cherry doesn't have to move her feet, and Osmus can bury one. 8-5, and Osmus with her 16th kill. .2 kills per set, is first in the SAC, 13th in the nation. Six-eye drills one at Sparks. Here comes Meyer. And Cherry gets two arms on it to poke it into the air. Osmus will send the roll shot up the line. Pickett has it. Here comes Meyer now. Roll shot back row again. It's out of play. Six-eye read it all the way. Makes it 9-3. Six-eye from the near side with her right hand. A dead ball serve at Meyer. Pickett for Inman on the near side. Cherry gets it into the air, and Cardello can poke it up for Osmus. Inman's forced to send the free ball as it pinballs a couple real splitters. And here comes Osmus at full speed. She pounces and lands. Makes it 10-3. A full running jump for Emerson Osmus gives her her 16th kill. Emerson Osmus just last game had her 500th career kill in an Eagles uniform. And she's come out hot here tonight. Despite reaching her 500 kill mark last time out, she had a season low 5 kills, so wasn't hitting too great. One of few games that she's had this season where she hasn't hit above 250, but has redeemed herself here in this conference. 16 kills. And she's followed by teammates Dzikowski and Ehlers, who are also in double digits with 10 kills apiece. This Eagles attack red hot right now here in set 3. Hitting 500 with 8 kills. And 3 of them have come from Emerson Osmus. 10-3 here in this fourth set as Carson-Newman looks to close the door on the rail splitters and seeks their revenge after last year when LMU robbed them here in their home gymnasium as well. Such a tough gym to play in, and the win that they had against Carson-Newman in this gym was the one that kick-started their 9-game home winning streak. 10-3 here as Six-Eye sets up from the near side. Right-handed serve right to Sparks. Pickett a back set for Inman up the line. It's out of play. But they'll say Carson-Newman got a finger on it, so they'll reverse that one. Makes it 10-4. Carly Raleigh checks in to serve, as well as Carly Plose. Plose quiet tonight, just 1 kill. Raleigh, a dead ball to Bolton. Cherry a back set for Cardello, who pushes it up the line. Meyer is able to slap it into the block, and Raleigh just barely gets a hand on it. Cherry to the near side for Osmus, who floats one over the block. And the rail splitters send the free. 1 ball set for Cardello with fire in her hand. Makes it 11-4. That brings up Blair Cherry to the line. Raleigh to the far side for Meyer, who answers. A deafening blow makes it 11-5. As Meyer picks up her 11th kill of the evening. One of 2 splitters in double-digit kills here tonight. Sends herself to the line, but floats it into the tape. And a service error from the Splitters makes it 12-5. Dzikowski comes back onto the floor as Emerson Osmus in that back row to serve. Osmus rolls one at Meyer. Here comes Starks. She's met by the block. Sparks this time up the line, and Ehlers is there to dig it out. Dzikowski, a roll shot too long. Mr. Mark, and it's 12-6. Riley Lockhart. Hafey has to fully extend to get to that one, and Ehlers tools the block for Carson-Newman's 13th point of the set. Makes it 13-6. As Hafey will check in for Cardello, she goes straight to the service line. Knuckles one at Lockhart. It's tight to the net, but Raleigh has it. And here comes Sparks. She's met by the block. It rolls into the LMU bench and into the stands here at Mary Mars Gym. (14-6) off the stuff from Carson-Newman. Lockhart pops it into the air. Raleigh has to go diving and lunging off her right foot for that one, and Meyer not able to recover it. Makes it 15-6 as that one straight into the netting and down. Raleigh a back set for Plose, who presses it over with 5 fingers. Dzikowski now will attack cross court. And she misses long on the far side. Plose off the floor for Pickett, and Raleigh off for Inman. Pickett will go straight to the line. 3 service aces for the junior here this evening. Leads. Here comes Hurst. Mistimed her jump and sends that one long. Wasn't able to get the angle she wanted on that one. Lauren Pickett, 5th in this SAC conference in service aces per set. She averages .45 a set. And in 13 of her 17 matches played, has a service ace. She's got 3 here this evening. Sends one at Ehlers, a clean reception. Carry to the near side for Dzikowski, who's turned away by the block, but it's much too hard. And ricochets out of play. 16-8 is Dzikowski. Beats it against the wall that LMU put up. Ehlers a knuckling serve at Lockhart as Pickett sets up Sparks. Hafey fully extends. Dzikowski, a roll shot that doesn't land, and they'll say no tip. But a great diving dig there by Trinity Hafey, who's got 15 here tonight. Make it 16. She's tied with Osmus, who has a double-double, 16 kills to go with 16 digs. Ehlers manages back row. Here's Hurst trying to press it off the block. She does. 17-9. And Hurst, another Eagle in double digits, the 4th to be in double-digit kills. Hurst, her first double-digit kill game of the year. As Pickett a back set for Inman is turned away by Osmus and Hurst. That Carson-Newman block gets going, their 4th of the contest. And it's 18-9. This Eagles block 4th in the conference in blocks per set. They average just under 2. Dzikowski lines one into the net, makes it 18-10. Starks comes off the floor for Lockhart, and Robbins in to serve. Robbins, one of 8 freshmen on this team. Bolton corrals it. Here comes Osmus. Doesn't land this time. Pickett for Inman. A roll shot to the far side of the floor is out of play, and it's 19-10. And the splitter is not able to activate Inman, who has had 6 games this season with 10 or more kills and 123 on the season coming into this game. One of your biggest tools has not been activated, just 5 here tonight. Pickett sets up Inman from the near side. It's up the line, and Ehlers digs it out. Here's Ehlers far side from the back row. Two-handed reception from Pickett. Now here comes Meyer, as Bolton can't lay out for that one. It drills off her knuckle and into the hardwood, so it's 19-11. Carly Raleigh, the one in to serve. With her right hand to Ehlers, who's waiting on the near side. Osmus has to get underneath it. Here comes Meyer. It's slowed up by the block, but Bolton pokes it the opposite direction of Hafey, who was waiting to help her out. 19-12. Here in Harrigan in this 4th set. Carson-Newman up 2-1. Ehlers, clean reception. Here comes Osmus down the middle. No doubt about it. 20-12, as that's off the foot of Lockhart. Emmeline Morris comes in for her first game of her college career. And Cherry with a service ace, she continues the streak. Empty hardwood on the far side of the floor and give her 6 straight with an ace. Makes it 21-12 as Morris into that front row for Cardello. Cherry goes far side again. This time it's out of play. 21-13 here in set 4. Meyer right to Bolton, and Cherry sets up Morris, who's rejected. Jasmine Starks, the woman who's second on this team in blocks per set, averages about a half a block a set. She gets her first. Here's Meyer, another good serve to Bolton as Cherry's forced to set up Osmus on the far side. Here comes Plose. That ricochets off the hands of Morris and Ehlers. 21-15. Eagles looking to get something going. Bolton has to dive for that one, so does Cherry, and Ehlers punches it over with a fist. That one tight to the pin, and Raleigh tries to lean back to get it off the net. But too late, it hits the antenna and makes it 22-15. Bolton checks off the floor, and Dizikowski into the game. Osmus targets Lockhart. Raleigh to the far side for Sparks. Hafey has it dug out. Here comes Dizikowski near side across court for Lockhart. Morris and Starks battle at the net. Sparks another one. Hafey lays out. Here comes Ehlers. Far side, it's out of play. Good rally from both sides, but the Eagles on the losing side of that battle, 22-16. LMU trails by 6. $17 digs for Trinity Hafey in that back row. Holding down the defense as Morris gets the one ball and is turned away by Robbins. And Plose. The 2 freshmen combined for a big one on the freshman on the other side of the floor in her first game of the season. Lockhart knuckles one into the net. It's 23-17, Eagles within 2 here. Hafey, the woman to serve. Rolls one at Meyer. Raleigh to the far side for Sparks, who misses her mark. It's out of play and makes it 24-17. Sparks has remained at that 16 kill mark since the end of the third set. Hafey, another good serve, and Sparks on the far side. Too long, and the Eagles grab the victory here in Harrogate. They avenge their loss to LMU last year and move to 13-3 overall and 4-3 in the conference. Meanwhile, LMU falls to 7-10 and 3-5 in conference play. Now have lost 4 in a row. The Eagles, however, snap their one-game losing streak and get to come back home on Tuesday with a win in hand. Tusculum visits the Eagles on Tuesday night for their 8th SAC game of the season. The Eagles demolished Tusculum last time in their home gymnasium and will look to do more of the same. Bring a win to Holt Fieldhouse on Tuesday night. As for LMU, they'll go on to play Anderson on Tuesday, a really tough Anderson team that's played a couple of SAC games. But they continue to fall in the SAC standings. LMU now at 3-5 in SAC play. Before this loss here tonight, they were sitting 7th in the SAC standings. Will probably slip a little bit lower below Newberry, depending on who they play tonight. As for Carson-Newman, 4-3 in conference play and look to continue their momentum. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Eagles Sports Network for this presentation of Carson-Newman Volleyball. Eagles win 3-1 by set scores of 25-23, 25-23, 16-25, and 25-17. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure here on the Eagles Sports Network. I'm Rihanna DeCrow, signing off.